Wednesday morning. It is the 21st of December. Can you believe it? Christmas is just about here. Rise and shine, my friends. It is a gray start to the day. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. I apologize right off the bat that we didn't do a 3:30 deal yesterday. If I'm 100% honest with you, I was in the pantry cleaning said pantry, and at some point I looked at my phone and said, well, it's 4 o'clock. So here we are. Yep, missed that. So I apologize. But here we are today. We're going to be tracking this gray start to the day. It's not what you'd say Chamber of Commerce beautiful. So that's kind of the first thing we're monitoring on the top two. The second thing is a big freeze coming in for Christmas. Yeah, we've been discussing this for a while, but we really need to get into some of the data on that because it's going to be the kind of freeze that we don't see very often. As a matter of fact, it's been a long while since Orlando has gotten down to freezing, so we've got plenty to chat about. Let's do that. Current temperature, forecast temperature on the bottom of your screen throughout the broadcast. Okay, we'll always do that. Low cloud deck. At least I could see the tops of the trees in my neighborhood. Raise your cup of coffee, folks. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's also the most expensive time of the year. We're almost through. Our bank account's crying a little bit, but we'll make it. Cup of coffee always does the body good, though. So let's get a better start, okay? As Kellyanne changing the tower cams around. That's downtown. That's New Smyrna Beach. Low visibility there as well. It's just all across Central Florida. So let's do this. Let's talk temperatures, and then we're going to look into the visibility, shall we? Sitting at 60 degrees in Orlando. We're at 55 in Leesburg, 53 degrees in Ocala, 59 Forest, Daytona Beach, 57 degrees in Palm Coast. Now, the visibility is the thing that's kind of note, right? Notice Orlando, at least down at the International Airport, down to a 1 mile visibility. Half-mile visibility for us, West Volusia in DeLand, about a 4-mile visibility in New Smyrna Beach. The rest of us are looking okay. So what we're really noticing is kind of this lowered visibility, pockets of thick clouds kind of thing. All right, nothing too bad, but we're watching it around, okay? First morning live Doppler radar, rains are exiting the area. Let me just put this on a 1 hour lapse and you can kind of see the last of those showers from overnight. Boy, didn't that get your attention last night? Let's do this. Instead of the last hour, let's look at the last 6 hours. And there was a big batch of rain that moved through. Okay, maybe we don't buffer 6 hours. Is it 4 hours? Yeah. All right. So you could see that was the radar overnight as those showers were clearing our area. And we are looking much better now. Did it wake you up like it did me? I mean, it was loud. It was loud. It was not anything severe, but it was the kind of rain that catches your attention, right? So looking ahead at the forecast then, gray, a few showers these next couple of hours. Otherwise, we will be improving and we will get to a mostly cloudy sky later on today. All right, temperature-wise, 64, 11 o'clock, 68 by 1 p.m., and we'll make it to about 70 degrees this afternoon. So it's going to be a cool temperature. It's going to be mostly a gray day. Yeah, all right. Good morning to you, Catherine. Glad to see you here. Fran, Bruce, good morning. I need my second cup of coffee. Santa, this is your time of year, buddy. You do need your second cup. It always hits. It's fresh brew. I was 2 minutes late to Coffee Talk because I was brewing coffee. Jessica says my bank account is not crying. It needs CPR. Well, somebody better give it some resuscitation. We're almost through. Good gravy. Rita says even at 33 weeks pregnant, mazel tov, I've been finding it quite chilly in the mornings this week. I agree with you. I would go so far as to say, so we went yesterday to the Orlando Science Center, which I love. It's great. But I was so grateful that I wore long sleeves. I am a wimp now. I mean, I am a straight up wimp. There is nothing not wimpy about me in temperatures anymore. Seriously. You lose some body fat and you lose every bit of it. So no matter how pregnant you are, I get it, Rita. You and I, together. Brian says the four-legged boys are not happy about walking in the cold, wet yard this morning. I feel you there. Debbie says it's depressing out. Gloomy, sad looking. I sing to it. Listen, when I used to sing, the copyright police, they gave me the old pow pow, so can't do that anymore. When is the cold weather going to leave us? Debbie, my love, it has not even gotten here yet. Are you ready for the kind of chill that's going to make our bones sore? There is a massive cold front moving our direction. Massive cold front. Let's talk about the overall weather scenario, okay? So here we are Wednesday. We're looking cloudy. We're going to start to get some of this moisture moving out by tomorrow, okay? Here's the overall perspective. Through tomorrow, we're going to start to watch the storm system out over the nation's midsection, and it will bring a frigid blast of Arctic air toward us. And when we talk about that, Friday into Saturday, freeze watches and warnings expected, wind chill advisories expected. My friends, it is going to hurt. Seriously. Are you ready for what's coming? Let's look at the overall timeline on this, okay? Saturday morning, low temperatures in the 20s and 30s, high temperatures in the 40s and 50s, expecting frost and freeze conditions, and then we add in the wind chill. Sunday morning, Christmas Day, lows in the 20s and 30s, highs in the 40s and 50s, frost and freeze conditions likely, and then we add in the wind chills. Monday morning. Am I going to have to deal with this garbage on sunrise on Monday? I am working Sunrise Monday. When we chat on Sunrise on Monday morning, lows in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, highs in the 50s, frost and freeze conditions likely. So listen, weather is really going to be a big player these next couple of days. Seriously. It's not joking cold. It's real deal cold. Okay? So let's break it down. Christmas Eve, that is Saturday. Okay? Frigid morning, chilly afternoon. 32 anticipated in Orlando. Feels like temperatures in the 20s. Lunchtime, 40. Afternoon high, 49. That's Christmas Eve. Breathe in, breathe out. Annie says, done shopping. I think I am too. Ish. There's always that like 1, 2, or 3. But yeah. So for Christmas Eve shopping, holy crow, people, it is going to be bitter cold. Okay? Oh no, Patty says down with the flu. No joke. Hoping the fever breaks today. I'm sorry. In the pantry yesterday, there's a dust. And I felt my allergies starting to kick me right in the nose. So thank goodness that's all it is. But good gravy. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. On those Northern Disney Christmas vacationers are going. Those vacationing at Disney are going to be so disappointed this year. I mean, there's no snow though. Remember, there's no snow. You know, Gene says hot toddy weather. That's true. Yeah. And he says, I have to go to Goodwill to buy more sheets for my landscaping and my palms. So, no joke, that's not something that I've done yet, but I need to figure that out. Maybe I need to go and do the same. I've got 4 Eureka palms and 2 Christmas palms, and I have no idea how I'm going to cover them. I tried last year, and I stunk at it, so I need to figure this out. All right? Wife wanting to do yoga on the beach Christmas morning. I said, have a good time. Oh, yeah. Let's get over to Christmas morning. It doesn't look much better. This is Christmas Day. Another awfully cold morning. 32 in the metro. That means 20s north of town. Now, we're going to break this down county by county so that you know what to expect in your neighborhood. But very clearly, these are going to be temperatures that are going to rile us up. 45 by lunchtime. The metro gets into the lower 50s, but many areas do not. Many areas remain Christmas Day in the 40s. Nick says, Northern trick, leave water running a bit so your pipes don't freeze, especially mobile homes, RVs, and campers. It's true. Yeah. We're going to have to keep this in mind, right? I will be leaving my pool pump on 24/7 this weekend to make sure that the water does not freeze in the pipes. I'll probably be leaving my sink dripping just a little bit, that kind of thing. Taylor says, I wasn't able to get stocking stuffers, but was done with the little bit I could. Just got to wrap. We were wrapping last night. So, admission, we haven't done stocking stuffers yet. Like, the stockings are just decoration here so far. I feel like this is probably the last year that I'll be able to get away with that with Eric, being that he's 4.5. I feel like next year we're going to have to start doing the stockings. We just haven't. Justine says, count your blessings, Florida friends. Here in Michigan, we have a forecast for potential blizzard conditions with wind chills in the negative teens and nearly impossible travel Thursday night through Saturday. That's true. That's true. That's also why, Justine, you need to get your tuchus down to Florida, where we are complaining about temperatures getting down to freezing. Yeah. So, for what it's worth. There's Snope on Main Street, Tad says. Yeah, there is, which is soap snow. They had that at the Science Center, too, in the dino exhibit. We were hanging there, and all of a sudden, it's like, ladies and gentlemen, and then the lights went down, and then there were lights on the dinosaurs, and then they went off, and then at the end there was snow, and it's like, I've never heard it called Snope before, though. That's cute. Becca says bed sheet works great. I need to go find some bed sheets, though, like California King. Yeah. Frost blankets. I have to probably get doing some of that today. Also, open cabinet doors under sinks. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I'd moved south, Beverly says. Listen, I know. All right. So Brian's asking, how many sustained hours below freezing temperatures do you anticipate for each day? So let's look at the model data, okay? All right. So let's just roll through this. So this is Friday morning. We're good. Notice, though, into Friday afternoon, we're already starting to get into, by like 11 o'clock, especially our northern areas. Here's 11. Let's just go to 12:30. Our northern areas are already showing a light freeze possible, okay? At 11 o'clock. Continuing through time, right? We start to get that freeze condition moving into West Volusia by like 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And then into the morning, just about all of the area, right? Just about our entire area under freeze or hard freeze. Now, the only exceptions are going to be like right on the water. You may be under frost conditions or east of 95 in Brevard. But honestly, I would say that you'd be hovering around freezing anyway. But let's just say that it's a frost only, okay? Hard freeze north and west of town. So when does that lift, right? Let's just go hour by hour here. Let's go to 10 a.m. Still, most of the area under frost conditions, right? It will be above freezing, but it's going to be awful chilly. And then before you know it, once again, here's 9 o'clock already back down to freezing in Marion, Putnam counties, West Volusia by midnight, into Lake County by midnight, 1 a.m. So you're looking at the potential for 6-7 hours. Seriously, a good part of real estate looking at the potential for 6-7 hours below freezing for several nights. That includes my house. More than likely, unless you live like east of 95 in Brevard County, it includes your house too. And even if you live east of 95, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit like 34, 33. I mean, it's not going to be like this dramatic thing. It's going to be cold area wide. All right? Tina says, my husband just got paid yesterday and I've been making rum cakes, so I've had no time to go shopping. Oh dear, Amazon. Patty says, and Patty, that's the thing. Patty says it best. The wind makes it hard to keep the palms covered. So I covered both palms last year and failed because it was like by 11 o'clock when I popped outside to just take the dog for a walk, the sheets were already off. And I'm like, how do I do this? I have no idea what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just not. I guess I'm not, and I'm going to hope. if anybody has a green thumb, I've got 4 Eureka Palms and 2 Christmas Palms, and I have no idea what to do. We changed flight to New Jersey from Friday night to Saturday to avoid the worst of the cancellations. Hope we didn't make a mistake. Well, Janet, listen, I mean, cancellations because of the weather up there, that's tough. Let's continue through here, and then we can look at the national maps a little bit. All right, so here we are. That's Sunday morning. Still very chilly through the day, but let's look at Sunday night. By midnight, again, freezing already north of town. By like 2, it's going to be a less of a freeze concern, but we're still talking about freezing conditions, making it just about back to the metro area. So, if we just look at the 7-day forecast, I think that this will kind of illustrate the idea here. Okay, expecting a freezing in the metro Saturday morning and Sunday morning. On Monday morning, we're not anticipating as much, but we're still talking about chilly air. And Friday, you see how it says 67 with a down arrow? That's because the temperatures are going to be dropping through the day. I mean, we really are, this thing coming in Thursday, this front coming in Thursday is a massive hit. So let's talk about the chill, okay? 32 is our low temperature on Saturday morning. The record on Christmas Eve is 22, set back in 89. So we're not expecting that to happen. All right? Yeah. But both mornings, we're expecting to be down to freezing. And what's very interesting, this is not hype either. We're expecting this weekend to be the coldest temperatures that we have seen since 2018. Now, let's justify this a little bit. The last freeze that Orlando saw, we hit 27 degrees, and that was back in January of 2018. So to let me just grab some of the data off camera here. Start date. Give me 2 seconds here. That. Okay, so the coldest temperature that we have seen since 2018. Yeah. Oh, not maximum, it's minimum temperature, my bad. Click the wrong button. Okay, so let's look at this. If we look at 28, so January 18th of 2018, we hit 27 degrees. 31 was January 4th, 2018, January 5th, 2018. So that's it. The last time that we got to 32 degrees or below, yeah, I mean, it's remarkable, really, when you think about it. But the last time we got to freezing or below was in 2018. And we're going to do it 2 mornings in a row this weekend. So, yeah, not hype, but rather the reality. This is going to be the coldest air we've seen in years. Okay? Maybe let Mother Nature do her thing with the palms. They're not cheap. Use big trash bags. Interesting. I wonder if my trash bags are big enough. Interesting. That's an interesting idea I didn't think of. Like my big black 50-gallon or whatever trash bags. Bruce says call a landscaper to do it. You know, if I'm honest, my buddy who's been doing our landscaping, who's like helped us out when I need help, the last he and I chatted, he was in the hospital, and I've tried to reach back out to him, and I have not heard back from him. So I just hope he's doing okay. My tomato plants are going to freeze. I'm going to cover them the nights before and not uncover them until the frost is done. Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on figuring out what I need to do and then doing it for like a couple of days. Yeah. I'm not going to cover the palms. No way it can accomplish it satisfactorily. Yeah, I guess. I just hope that they're okay. Yuck, Annie says. I know. All right, got to cover my tomato plants and pray for the best. That's it. Aleve D sinus once a day until you have... trust me, it clears that up like none other. Huge game changer for my allergies. Aleve D sinus. All right, I'm going to type that in here. Stand by. Why does my phone do this? I go to touch it and it goes to restart itself. Aleve D sinus. Okay. All of our gusts of wind overnight, be sure to secure those coverings as well. Yeah, exactly. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions? What happens to reptiles in this cold? I love the little lizards. Well, I mean, I know iguanas get cold stunned, but as far as the regular lizards, that's a little out of my my realm of understanding. Don't use plastic. It's worse than leaving it open. Yeah, I wouldn't use plastic. Oh, you mean the trash bags? Oh, interesting. Okay. Bed sheets are the best way. Do not use plastic bags. They will choke the plant. Okay. Good to know. Darn it. I may just leave it open and let it do its thing. Debbie says, sounds like a party. I know, these kids, they're crazy. They're just straight up crazy. Taylor says, sounds like my house in the background. I know. God bless. God bless. Hey, speaking of craziness, today with this gray sky, it's the first day of winter. Did you know that? It's the winter solstice. So today happens to be the shortest day of the year. 10 hours, 20 minutes of daylight, sunrise at 7:13, sunsets at 5:33. So it's very fitting that we're transitioning into this frigid weather pattern on this day, right? Doesn't that fit? That checks all the boxes. Yeah. Oh, they are, Anne-Marie, for sure. What are we looking like after Christmas? So Monday, cloudy skies again, some showers, and staying chilly. By Tuesday, highs are in the 60s, and then we're going to at least start to be able to climb up little by little by little. Bruce says, took another good idea away from me. I know. There's such a thing as frost protection spray. Maybe spray the leaves. Interesting. Yeah, you use old sheets. I need to figure this out. This is where I wish I had any bit of a green thumb, frankly. I'm going to Home Depot for freeze blankets. I may have to do something like that. Yeah. Any frost for Christmas? 100%. Yeah, it's going to be a frosty morning for sure. Yeah. Brian says small lizards are the same as iguanas. They go dormant, but them falling out of trees isn't as noticeable. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. When I lived in West Palm, it was the weirdest thing, you know, because it was a big deal down there, you know? Yeah, it was a big deal. But yes, frost for Christmas, indeed. Forecast for New Year's Eve, we can glance ahead at the model data. No promises. I've been focusing on this week. If I'm 100% honest, I've been focusing on this weekend's chill. So I have not done any forecasting for New Year's Eve. So what you see is what you get, just to be honest with you. All right, let's do... I just want to know how these kids have the energy that they have. That's where I'm at. All right, so this is going to be the raw GFS these next couple of days. So New Year's Eve, high of 82, low of 64. New Year's Day, high of 82, low of 69. You can see where these temps really take a dip these next couple of days and then start to climb consistently. Yeah, so that's raw GFS data. I have not had any time to verify. I've not had any time to make my own forecasting guidance on it. I've really been focused on the chill. And if I'm honest, and don't hate me, I've been focused on being a parent and hanging out and enjoying this, you know, kind of couple of days with my babies. So don't be mad. I'm sorry. Little heathens suck the energy from us. Taylor, I cannot underscore that enough. Like, I'm in the pantry yesterday and I go to like take something out and I go back in and there's 2 kids in this tiny pantry and I'm like, how did y'all get in there? And they're like, we're hungry. And I'm like, you just had lunch. And they're like, but we want cookies. And I'm like, oh, come on. And it's because they see that I'm in the pantry and it's easily acceptable. And then so I go and I come out, I move them out, and then I go back and it's like they're in there again. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Well, we're hungry. We want gummies. Okay. Okay. Tom says, all you have to do is protect the crown shaft. Fronds will grow back. Interesting. That does make that easier. Maybe I need to Google protecting palms in a freeze or something. Yeah. Maybe I have to Google that. Eric says, enjoy them. They grow up fast. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Taylor says they're always hungry. I have to deal with the baby in the fridge. My 8-year-old is my grazer. Dude, you just ate. That's the way I look at it. I'm like, son, you just literally we went on our way home from the science center yesterday. We went and got chicken, okay? And we didn't even make it into the car. Literally, I'm opening the door to the car and Eric's like, "I'm hungry." And I'm like, "You just had chicken. What are you talking about?" I'm hungry. And then of course when I'm in the pantry, it's a mess. How tall are the palms? My palms? I don't know, 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall, something like that. They're not like absurd. They're Christmas palms, so they like to hang. They like to hang low. And then the Eureka palms are the same, like 5, 6, 7 feet tall. The Eureka palms are along the side of the house to try and give me a little sense of privacy, even though I'm in a zero lot line community, as we all mostly are. Donna says, enjoy the kids and the family. When you look back at these are the days, my friend. I love it. Merry Christmas to you as well, Donna. Yeah. Mungry. Oh, I like that. That's funny. Mungry. They don't even want to say the whole thing. Yeah. Older Christmas lights, not LED, and an old bed sheet. Yeah. Yeah. Jeannie says, I'm over here just looking at food and gaining weight. I understand that. Oh, man. If anyone wants sago palms, you could have mine if they survive. Good gravy. I hope it's not like that. Have to figure something out, though. Yeah, I'll have to Google how to, like, keep these palms safe. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns, friends, anything at all? So let's go over this. So today, a few showers, cloudy skies. For tomorrow, let's just glance ahead at the timing of the rain. That way we're all on the same page here. Last I checked, it was afternoon, but let's just double check on this. All right, there's today. All right, so there's tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies again. Yep. There's the afternoon, watching the rains moving in through. There's 3 p.m., watching the rains in around 3 p.m., 4 or 5 o'clock. The rains around, especially in South Florida into our southern areas, and then clearing out bigly as that storm system moves in. Yeah, so it looks like an afternoon type deal for tomorrow. All right. Anything else? No? All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day, would you? Thank you so much for hanging out. If I'm around, I'll do a 3:30. If I'm not, forgive me. Family time. Yeah. We'll get back to it once the world continues. I'm back at work next week anyway. All right? All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you guys and gals through the day on the Twitter. All right? Bye, y'all.